When should you start thinking about becoming an expat? Or more specifically, when should you start planning to become an expat? This is one of the mistakes that I made. And now I recommend if you think that there's a 25% chance that you might want to become an expat in the future, you should do your planning today. I would recommend giving yourself a good 2 years in order to make it happen. I did it in 10 months. That was incredibly rushed. But as one person I know said to me, it's better to be a year early than a day late. And so, where is the first place you should start planning or thinking about becoming an expat? Well, it's going to be where you want your new home to be. And I like to think of that as a Venn diagram where you have a bunch of overlapping circles. You want to find where that sweet spot is between those overlapping circles. And I look at it to begin with in simple terms as 3 overlapping circles. And the first one is, where can you get a visa? And that is the hardest. A visa is the method by which you are going to be legally allowed to live in another country. And if you can't get a visa, you can't live in that place. So that is one of the most important things to figure out. Second, you want to think about, where do I want to live? Because there are certainly some countries that are easy to get a visa, but you might not want to live there because you can't speak the language, especially if they use a different alphabet, or maybe it's got a completely different climate than you prefer. So again, think about hey, my dream is to be in Southeast Asia, or to be in Africa, or to be in Europe. Think about what different areas: Central America, South America, and then what countries in those different areas you would like to live in. And the third circle for this Venn diagram that you are constructing is, where can you afford to live? Where can you get a job? Where can you support yourself? And a lot of times that third circle of where can you support yourself and where you can get a visa overlap, because a lot of times getting a visa in a place where you want to live is going to depend on being able to get a job in that country and getting a company to sponsor you. So again, think about, starting today, where might you want to live, or where can a future potential home for you be? And so the big thing is, start planning before you need it. If you feel that your spidey sense is starting to tingle, pay attention to it. And one thing that I found that people make the mistake of making, a mistake that people make, is that they think, this is as bad as things are going to get. I'm okay with how things are, but it's never going to get worse than this. Things are going to get better. Don't make that assumption. It's better to plan in advance and have the plan in your back pocket than figuring out, oh wait, things are bad and I need to be able to leave as soon as possible. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.